Today, we're diving into something really special, a powerful message delivered from India, which many consider the spiritual heart of the world, and it gives us a totally fresh take on one of our oldest quests, the search for enlightenment.
And really, this one line is the core of the whole thing. The idea of enlightenment has been around for thousands of years, right? But the argument here is that for us, today, its meaning is being completely reborn. It's not some dusty, ancient ideal, it's a real, practical hope for our future. So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If enlightenment is our new hope, what does that actually look like in our crazy modern world? I'd say forget everything you think you know, because we're about to jump into a whole new definition of what it means. To really get it, we've got to start with one of Buddhism's most famous concepts, the middle way. This is basically the key that unlocks this whole new vision of enlightenment. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. Most of us, when we hear middle way, we think it's a path you walk, right? You avoid a life of too much pleasure on one side and too much suffering on the other, and hopefully you find wisdom somewhere in between. But get this, the speaker completely flips that script. The claim is that the middle way isn't the path to wisdom. The middle way is wisdom. It's not the road you take, it's the destination itself.
So if the middle way is wisdom, what on earth is wisdom then? How do we even define that? Well, luckily the speaker breaks it down for us into a really clear three-part framework, three pillars that pretty much anyone can grasp. And boom, here they are. It's actually beautifully simple. The whole path, the modern middle way, is all about tackling three of the biggest human challenges we all face: greed, anger, and ignorance. Let's dig into what each of these really means. All right, first up, greed. And we're not just talking about wanting a fancier car or a bigger TV. It goes way deeper. The speaker talks about it as a profound attachment to worldly values. You know, that endless hamster wheel of chasing status, money, and stuff. So the first pillar of wisdom is learning to let go of that grip. Next up, overcoming anger. And according to this teaching, anger isn't just a bad mood. It's actually a kind of spiritual wall. The idea is that when you're in a state of anger, you're literally blocking yourself from connecting with a higher reality, with what are called heavenly spiritual beings. So the second wisdom is all about cultivating a peaceful mind. And the last pillar, ignorance, is a fascinating one. This isn't about being uneducated, not at all. You could have a dozen PhDs and still be ignorant in this context. Ignorance here means believing that this physical world, the one we can see and touch, is the whole shebang, that there's nothing else. True wisdom, then, is mixing knowledge with real spiritual exploration. And that last point, that idea that there's more to reality than what we see, is our doorway into maybe the most mind-bending part of this whole teaching, a much, much bigger picture of what existence is. I mean, think about it. From the time we're kids, we're taught that if you can't see it, touch it, or measure it, it's probably not real. Our five senses define our reality. That's kind of the default setting for most of us. But then we get this bombshell, this whole vast, complex 3D universe that we call home. It's described as the most lowest level. Whoa. Just let that sink in for a second. That's a huge challenge to how we normally see everything. So what does that mean? Well, it means that beyond our physical world, there are these huge spiritual worlds. And here's the real kicker. Your thoughts and your actions, right here, right now, in this life, they literally decide where you go next. This isn't just a nice philosophical idea, it's laid out like a cosmic map, where our choices have massive, eternal consequences. Okay, so we've gone from personal wisdom to the very nature of the cosmos. And now the talk takes another huge turn, shifting from the spiritual to a bold, specific prophecy about the future of one nation, India. And check out this timeline for the future. The speaker predicts that within the next 10 to 20 years, we'll see a brave new world emerging in India. Then, fast forward to 2050, and the country becomes the main engine of the world. But here's the key. Its destiny isn't just about economic power. It's to lead the globe by combining industrial strength with a deep spiritual light. This quote just perfectly sums up that whole hopeful message. It's really a call to action, framing India not just as a future superpower, but as a source of wisdom and light for the entire planet. A truly inspiring vision. And you know, all of this brings the focus right back to us. We've explored this framework of overcoming greed, anger, and ignorance. So the final question to leave you with is this. What does wisdom actually mean in your life?
If you had to strip it all down, what would your 3 pillars be? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.
そしてインド・ネパールミッションの最後の殉職地ブッダガヤ。3月5日本番前日、会場には幸福の科学が支援している学校スーリヤ・バハルティスクールの生徒たちが集まり、主のご殉職の大成功を祈りました。そしてその後、当日披露するダンスや演劇の練習に励んだ子どもたち。奇跡の機会に主への感謝を捧げようと、阿波踊りもこの日まで懸命に覚え、夜遅くまで一生懸命練習を続けました。 主が与えてくれた生きていく勇気、未来への希望、そして信仰心。長時間の練習にもかかわらず疲れを感じさせない子どもたち。その心を支え明るく照らしていたのは、この地で育まれた純粋に主を愛する強い信仰心だったのです。深夜まで続いた会場の準備。仏弟子一人一人の信仰心が集まり、説法当日の準備が整っていったのです。そして3月6日、かつてこの地で悟りを開かれ、入滅時に東の国に再誕することを約束されたブッダ。その約束は2500年の時を経て果たされ、主エルカンターレ大川隆法総裁先生のご殉釈によって再びインドの地に偉大な悟りの光が解き放たれたのです。会場へと向かう道は人で埋め尽くされ、参加者は7万人というブッダガヤ史上最大の記録的行事となり、当日の説法はテレビで生中継され、新聞各紙にも掲載されました。
ナマスカール。Thank you so much. You must be the spiritual leader of the world with the improvement of the industrial society. You must be build affluent society, and at the time with spirituality and shine the spirituality to all over the world. Set your light to all the world from India. I hope so. And I came here just convey this truth to all of you, to all of the people who are living in this country, India. This is the last message of my India and Nepal missionary works.